Hey guys, what's up? It's Faith YouTuber Jaya. Welcome back to my channel. We talk about all things money, finance, and entrepreneurship. So today we are talking about 5 financial literacy lessons to learn. We can talk about things such as savings accounts and bank accounts, but if we don't have basic financial wisdom, then what are we really doing this for? The first point I have for you is very important, and this point hits home for me because I am Gen Z. Okay, I'm 22 years old. I live in the age of social media, and something that you have to consistently remind yourself is that older you get, the more you work and the more you go up in your salary, you're going to start to realize how much the value of money, like how much things cost, right? Once you start realizing how much things cost and you start seeing things on social media, you're like, okay, somebody is not telling the truth. And that's essentially my point. A lot of times the things that you see on social media, those people are typically lying, scamming, or in a bunch of credit card debt. This always becomes apparent on holidays that people present a certain lifestyle that when you really start to think about it, just doesn't make any sense. So like you'll look on somebody's social media, it'll be like a post that went viral, and I'm a nosy person, okay? So it'll be like Valentine's Day and somebody will post a picture with like these really expensive roses and a bunch of designer bags, and I'll add it up and I'm like, okay, a Louis Vuitton bag, I'm like, okay, that bag is $1,700. And then I'll see a pair of Christian Louis Vuittons and I'm like, okay, those are $800 shoes. And then you'll see like the Lady Dior and I'm like, okay, that's an expensive bag. And I'll start adding up how much things cost in my head. So in total, this picture, everything I'm seeing in this picture is about, let's say, $7,000, $8,000 after tax. So I start thinking to myself, what job do you have to where you have an additional $8,000 of additional income to just spend on luxury items? Even if you were earning 6 figures, $100,000 a year, you still do not have disposable income. You make a good amount of money, but you don't have $8,000 in disposable income, making $100,000 to $200,000 a year. So what jobs do these people have? They're in credit card debt. How do they pay for all of those bags? They're probably in credit card debt. The older you get, the more you realize that a lot of people have credit card debt. I experienced credit card debt. So I say all that to say, I remember when I was 19, I would feel like I'm behind because I don't own designer items by the time I'm 19 or 21. Like I see my partner on social media, somebody else who's close to my age, and they have, like Louis Vuitton bags and Gucci slides and really nice cars. And I'm like, am I behind? Am I doing something wrong? It's all a lie. It's a facade. And I feel like that is said a lot, but it isn't said enough. And I'm just here to remind you. The second point that I have for you is kind of difficult because it is something that I do believe is inevitable. Financial hardships will come. You will experience a financial hardship at some point in your life. And you cannot look at your current financial situation. Maybe right now you have a really good job or you're living with your parents and you don't really have to worry about bills or anything like that. You will at some point in your life experience a time where you have financial insecurity and you can protect against it. Maybe you've already gone through that period and now you're in a well-paying job, or you're going to experience that period at some time in your life. So you can't just look at your current financial situation, just assume I'm good. I don't have to worry about anything. I have all my money taken care of. You have to build the financial wisdom. So when you do fall on financial hardships, because you've either gone through it already or you will go through it at some point. It's just because money fluctuates and that's just how the economy works. You need to have the financial wisdom to rely on so you are able to navigate yourself through these situations with wisdom. People who are experiencing financial insecurity are in very vulnerable situations. They're more likely to be preyed upon with bad loans, high interest rates, scams that help you. They're like, oh, you can do this and you'll get out of debt, or you can do this and you'll make a lot of money. Because you're in a place of financial insecurity, you're more vulnerable to those things, as opposed to when you had abundant income, you were less likely to fall for those things. So it is good to be prepared with your emergency funds and all of those physical things, but it's also very important to make sure you have that financial wisdom in order to navigate you out of those situations. The third point I have for you, I do believe that you do not have to have an incredibly fancy investment portfolio in order to secure financial success in your future. My whole philosophy when it comes to investing is if you don't understand what you're doing, don't do it. I tried investing in Bitcoin. I lost my $100 because I had no idea what I was doing. And now look, it's 2023. Who cares about Bitcoin? Nobody. Investing is such a tricky thing to do because there's no security. There's no guarantee that you're going to get your return on investment. You can look into the future. You can see this has worked consistently for people over time. But truly, there really is no for sure guarantee that you're going to get your return on your investment. There's something drastic could always happen, right? Even if you were to purchase a home, there's a possibility that you could lose money on that home depending on the location that you bought it in. And so if you don't know what you're doing when it comes to investment, I personally wouldn't do it. I would personally only invest in things things that I understand. And that does mean take the time to learn about different investments. But if you don't understand what you're doing, I wouldn't do it, especially because there are so many little things that just pop up out of nowhere that are just going to be the next big thing, right? NFTs, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, pennies, like just so many little things that just can come out of nowhere. And people say invest in this because it's the next big thing. And then a couple years later, nobody's even talking about it. Who is talking about Dogecoin? Nobody. Who is talking about Ethereum? Nobody. However, who is talking about investing in land? Exactly. People who own land hundreds of years ago, their family still owns land, and that land is worth millions of dollars because they invested in something that was consistent, that they were informed about, and something that has proven over time to have a clear return on investment. I don't believe that you need to have this extremely dynamic investment portfolio to secure your financial future. People who do that will try to secure, $6 million, $9 million by the time that they retire, but that's not something that you're interested in. I mean, who wouldn't want $9 million? But realistically, if you're just a simple person who's like, I just want to make sure that I have enough to retire. I want to invest into my Roth IRA to make sure I have my 1.2 million or 2.1 million so I can retire comfortably, then I wouldn't take the risk with your money to invest in something that you understand nothing about, because you're going to end up losing money if you don't know what you're doing. Which takes me into my fourth and final point, just how investing isn't one size fits all. Financial advice is not one size fits all. You have to tailor financial advice that you hear online to your specific financial situation, because everybody's finances does not look the same. If you work for commission and your salary fluctuates, you are not going to budget the same as somebody who has a fixed salary, because the person who has a fixed salary has an idea of how much money they're going to earn every month. And the person who works off commission could one month be making $3,000. The next month you could make $6,000. It doesn't, your budgets are not going to look the same. And if they do, that's a problem, because somebody is budgeting incorrectly. So you have to make sure that you tailor advice. If you're listening to somebody and they're telling you to just go to extreme savings and save so much money, but you have debt, I wouldn't be focused on saving money. Saving money is important. You can put some money away, but the majority of your income should be going to paying off debt, because how are you saving money if you're in the negative somewhere else? Not everybody is in your bank account. Not everybody knows how you earn your income. So sometimes you have to say, I don't really think that that's going to work for me. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy today's video, don't give it a thumbs up. Don't like my video and tell me that I'm doing good if I'm not doing good. Comment down below and give me constructive criticism. What didn't you like and how can it get better? Make sure you comment down below. What is the best financial wisdom somebody has ever given you and how has that impacted your life? And last but not least, make sure you subscribe, because we're getting our finances right over here. We will not be financially ignorant on this channel. And why wouldn't you want to subscribe to that? So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. In the meantime, stay strong. Bye guys.